This video shows you how to access text files using client tools on the Planning Analytics remote desktop. To perform the steps in this video, you need to connect to the Planning Analytics remote desktop. If you don't know how to do this, you can watch the video Accessing the IBM Planning Analytics remote desktop. In this example, I want to run a turbo integrator process called Plan Load Actual ASCII, which is found in the Planning Sample data source. To start off, after connecting to the remote desktop, I launch Architect by double-clicking the shortcut. Then I expand the data tree so the Planning Sample node appears. When I double-click Planning Sample, I'm prompted to enter my IBM ID. Sign in with your IBM ID. If you haven't created an IBM ID yet, you can do it on this page. After signing in, the planning sample data appears in the data tree. I know that the Plan Load Actual ASCII process is contained in this hierarchy: Applications, Planning Sample, Administrator, Data Load Procedures, so I navigate to that location. Now if I was working with an on-prem installation, I could double-click the Plan Load Actual ASCII process with no errors. However, because Planning Analytics is on the cloud, the default file location is incorrect, and an error message tells me that the file 2003 actual.csv cannot be found. To modify the process for the cloud, I need to adjust the values in two fields, the Data Source Name field and the Data Source Name on Server field. First, in the Data Source Name field, I need to change the default path to an absolute path, beginning with the shared folder location. To get the absolute path, I'll open up an Explorer window and navigate to the CSV file. I'll copy the path from the Explorer address bar, then add on the server and the S folder that I mapped to the desktop drive. Second, I'll modify the Data Source Name on Server value. For this field, I must add the relative path from the Data folder. In the Explorer Windows address bar, I can see that the Data folder is one level above the Data Load folder. Therefore, to change this path to be relative to the Data folder, I need to go up one level to the Data folder and then keep the rest of the path the same. So, at the start of the path, I'm going to type an extra dot to go up a level and then type Data. Now that I've modified the two fields, I want to see whether or not the process can locate the 2003 actual.csv file. To do this, I click Preview. Notice that the data in the 2003 actual.csv file is now displayed in the preview pane. This confirms that Architect successfully accessed the text file. In summary, you must specify the full path for the Data Source Name field, and in the Data Source Name on Server field, you must specify the path relative to the Data folder.